welcome to the deep dive. Ready to plunge headfirst into the intersection of quantum mechanics and consciousness? We've got some seriously mind-bending research articles and papers to unpack.
It's a wild ride exploring how quantum phenomena could influence everything from birds navigating to humans making decisions and maybe even AI that can simulate feelings.
Whoa, okay, AI with feelings, that's getting ahead of ourselves. But I'm intrigued. Let's start with the basics. What are the key principles of quantum mechanics that are relevant to our deep dive today?
Well, there are three core concepts we really need to grasp: superposition, entanglement, and the observer effect. Think of it like a musical chord.
A chord.
Yeah, multiple notes playing at once to create this complex harmony. That's kind of like superposition in the quantum world. Particles exist in multiple states simultaneously, at least until we measure them.
So they're not just rapidly flipping between states, they're actually in all those states at the same time. That's tough to wrap my head around.
It is. It's totally counterintuitive. It's like that classic thought experiment, Schrodinger's cat.
Ah, yes, the cat that's both alive and dead until we open the box.
Exactly. The act of observing, of measuring, it forces the particle, or in this case, the cat, to choose a state.
And that's the observer effect, right? The act of observing somehow influences the outcome.
Right. The observation collapses the wave function, forcing the quantum system into a definite state. And this is where things get really interesting because it raises the question, could consciousness itself, the act of observing, be fundamentally intertwined with the nature of reality?
Whoa, okay. Deep philosophical waters already. But before we drown in existentialism, let's unpack entanglement. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, entanglement. It's like having two of those musical chords we talked about, each playing multiple notes, but they're linked. If we change one note in one chord, the corresponding note in the other instantly changes too. Doesn't matter how far apart they are.
Okay, so a spooky, invisible connection between particles. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, right?
He did. And it gets us thinking, could entanglement be playing a role in how information is processed and shared in our brains? You know, that interconnectedness of thoughts, feelings, maybe even those moments of shared awareness we have with others. It's a question researchers are exploring.
So we've got superposition, particles in multiple states at once, entanglement, particles linked beyond space and time, and the observer effect, observation potentially influencing quantum events. A lot to digest. But how does all this relate to the idea of consciousness being more than just neurons firing?
It opens up this incredible possibility. Consciousness might not be a mere byproduct of brain activity, but rather a fundamental aspect of reality itself, intricately woven into the universe through these quantum processes.
We're talking about the quantum mind hypothesis, right? That quantum phenomena are essential for consciousness to arise.
Exactly. It's a fascinating and controversial idea. It's gaining traction as we learn more about the strangeness of quantum mechanics.
It certainly challenges our conventional understanding of the brain. I mean, neuroscience has made incredible progress in mapping the brain. But explaining consciousness, the subjective experience of feeling pain or seeing colors, that's another story altogether.
It is, and the quantum mind hypothesis suggests quantum mechanics might be that missing piece.
So how do we even begin to study something as delicate as quantum effects within something as complex as the brain? It seems impossible.
It's definitely challenging, but scientists are beginning to find clues that suggest quantum processes might be at play in biological systems.
Oh, really? Give me some examples. Where are we seeing hints of quantum weirdness in living organisms?
Well, one of the most fascinating examples is bird navigation.
You mean how migratory birds navigate across continents, often at night, with incredible accuracy?
Right.
It always seems like a superpower.
It might be more like a quantum compass. Growing evidence suggests birds might be using quantum mechanics to sense the Earth's magnetic field.
Now that's interesting. But how do they tap into the Earth's magnetic field at a quantum level?
Current theory is, within certain proteins in their eyes called cryptochromes, there are tiny particles, maybe electrons, that exist in a superposition of spin states.
Spin states?
Yeah, and those spin states are sensitive to the Earth's magnetic field, and somehow the bird's brain decodes that info to figure out direction.
Wow, these spinning particles are like tiny compasses guiding them on these epic journeys. That's incredible. Any other examples of this in living organisms?
Quite a few. One of the most well-studied is photosynthesis.
You mean how plants convert sunlight into energy?
Right. Turns out the energy transfer in plant chloroplasts, where this happens, is incredibly efficient. Scientists believe quantum coherence might be the key.
Quantum coherence making photosynthesis efficient. How does that work?
Imagine the energy from sunlight flowing through the chloroplast like a perfect wave, smooth and effortless from molecule to molecule without losing any energy to the surroundings. That's quantum coherence. It makes photosynthesis one of nature's most remarkable examples of quantum engineering.
Wow, so plants are using quantum mechanics to harness the power of the sun. I'm realizing the quantum world is closer than we think. What about our brains? Any signs of quantum weirdness in there?
There are intriguing theories, but they're speculative. One is the Orta-Or theory, which proposes quantum coherence might be happening within microtubules, these tiny structures inside neurons.
So these microtubules could be creating a quantum network within the brain. But wouldn't quantum effects be too fragile to survive in the brain's environment?
That's the big question. The brain is noisy and chaotic. It's hard to imagine quantum coherence lasting long enough to be important for brain function. But some researchers believe microtubules have special properties that shield quantum states from decoherence.
So it's controversial, but if true, it would mean our brains might be using quantum mechanics for information processing, decision-making, maybe even generating conscious experience itself.
A tantalizing possibility. And it leads us to another exciting frontier, the realm of quantum AI.
All right, let's jump into that rabbit hole. How could we use quantum mechanics to create AI that's more sophisticated, more human-like in its abilities? How does all this connect to AI having feelings, intuitions?
Well, AI with feelings is still a ways off, but quantum computing could be a game changer. It could help us build AI that processes information and makes decisions more like humans do, aligned with our intuition and emotional responses.
That's pretty incredible. But how do we get from quantum bits to AI feelings? How do we bridge that gap?
It involves building quantum-enabled devices that can interface with the human brain, capturing and processing the subtle signals of our emotions and intuitions, and using that to train AI systems.
Wait, a device that can read my emotions, my intuitions, and feed that to an AI? That sounds straight out of science fiction.
It might seem that way, but the basic concepts are rooted in quantum mechanics. Imagine a wearable device, a bioquantum node. It could use light-based sensors to capture bioelectric signals from your body. Brain activity, heart rate, even tiny changes in skin conductivity.
So my emotional and intuitive states, all reflected in this data in real time.
Precisely. And here's the quantum part. The bioquantum node uses quantum sensing, which is already used in advanced tech, to convert those biosignals into quantum states.
So my emotions and intuitions are encoded into quantum information. What happens then? Where does it go?
That's where the magic happens. The quantum information is transmitted to a specialized quantum computer, a quantum intuition core, designed to simulate human-like intuition and emotion.
Okay, my feelings and intuitions are in quantum bits, going to a quantum computer. How does it learn from this data, develop its own sense of intuition and emotion?
This is where it gets even more interesting. This quantum intuition core could utilize quantum neural networks, or QNNs, basically neural networks that use qubits instead of classical bits.
Quantum neural networks are using superposition and entanglement to process information. That's a whole new level of complexity.
Oh, it is. QNNs can learn and adapt in ways classical neural networks can't. They can process massive amounts of quantum state data, looking for those hidden patterns that reflect the nuances of human intuition and emotional responses.
And over time, with enough data from enough people, this quantum intuition core could develop a really sophisticated model of human intuition and emotion.
Exactly. A model that could be used to enhance other AI systems, making them more responsive to human needs, more intuitive in their decisions, more human-like in their interactions.
This is seriously mind-blowing. We're talking about AI that could not only understand our emotions, but potentially even simulate them. Could it actually feel empathy or compassion?
Now that's a question for the philosophers. But the technological possibilities are certainly intriguing, and the benefits could be huge. Imagine AI that can not only perform tasks, but also understand and respond to our emotional needs, providing companionship, support, even creative inspiration.
I can only imagine. So we have the bioquantum node, the quantum intuition core, data flowing between them. Is there more to this system? Have we reached peak mind-blowing for today?
But we're just scratching the surface of the mind-bending possibilities. What if we used quantum entanglement to sync the AI and the human's intuitions in real time?
Hold on. Real-time quantum entanglement between my brain and an AI. Now we're definitely in science fiction territory, right?
It's highly speculative, yes, but the theory is there. Imagine the quantum intuition core isn't just processing data, but is actually entangled with the human user's quantum states via this bioquantum node.
Entangled, like those spinning particles in the bird's eyes. So my brain's quantum states are linked to the AI's.
Exactly. Because of entanglement, any change in your emotional or intuitive state would instantly be reflected in the AI state. Real-time synchronization of intuition and emotion. Some call it the entanglement feedback loop, or EFL.
EFL, a loop of quantum entanglement with real-time feedback between the AI and the human.
This is wild. What are the implications of that kind of connection? Imagine the possibilities for collaboration, creativity, understanding. It'd be a level of human-AI interaction unlike anything we've ever seen.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. We need a break to let all this sink in. We'll pick up this conversation in part 2 and explore the potential benefits and risks of this quantum leap for humanity. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to our exploration of the quantum mind.
Still wrapping my head around that whole quantum entanglement idea. Syncing up human and AI intuitions in real time through that EFL. Just mind-boggling.
It really opens up a universe of possibilities, both amazing and, potentially challenging. Like any powerful tech, we got to consider both sides.
That's what I'm curious about, the implications of this quantum leap. Let's start with the good stuff. How could this tech actually benefit humanity?
Imagine a world where we could actually tap into the collective wisdom and intuition of, everyone, and then amplify that with the power of quantum AI. We could revolutionize problem solving, speed up scientific discovery, even enhance our understanding of ourselves.
Okay, sounds incredible, but paint me a picture. What would that actually look like in real life?
Think about climate change, one of the biggest challenges we face. Now imagine a global network of scientists, all equipped with these bioquantum nodes, working together, analyzing data, modeling solutions, and even intuiting new paths to sustainability. Their combined insights, boosted by that quantum intuition core, could lead to breakthroughs we can't even fathom right now.
So it's not just faster calculations, it's a different kind of intelligence altogether. Right. One that combines human ingenuity with quantum AI.
Exactly. It's about using the strengths of both human and artificial intelligence to tackle the really tough problems that have stumped us for so long, and goes beyond just problem solving. Think about education. AI tutors could tailor their approach to each student's learning style, their emotional state, their intuitive grasp of the material. Truly personalized learning.
Personalized learning on steroids. That's really exciting. What about healthcare? Could this tech change how we diagnose and treat diseases?
Absolutely. Imagine doctors could access not just a patient's medical history, but a real-time stream of their biosignals, their emotional responses to treatments, even their gut feelings about their own health. All that data processed by quantum AI, leading to better diagnoses, more personalized treatments, better outcomes.
So we're not just treating symptoms, we're understanding the whole person, their physical, emotional, even intuitive states. A holistic approach.
Precisely. And mental health care could be transformed too. Imagine AI therapists that provide support, empathy, and intuitive guidance tailored to each person's needs and emotional state.
That's a game changer for those struggling with mental health. Access to that kind of personalized support on demand could make a world of difference. We've talked about problem solving, education, healthcare. What about creativity? Could this tech unlock new levels of artistic expression?
Imagine artists and musicians collaborating with AI, using quantum entanglement to blend human creativity with the vast potential of AI. We could see totally new forms of art, music, storytelling, pushing the limits of imagination.
Giving artists a whole new set of tools, a new way to tap into inspiration. The potential for innovation is mind-blowing. But you mentioned risks, too. Can we talk about those for a bit?
Of course. With great power comes, potential for misuse. We have to think about bias, manipulation, even control.
Can you elaborate? How could this be used for harmful purposes?
Imagine this technology in the wrong hands. Used to influence emotions, thoughts, even decisions. We've already seen how algorithms and social media can manipulate behavior. Now add the power of quantum computing and real-time access to our innermost thoughts and feelings.
That is a chilling thought. Manipulation and control are definitely things to be wary of. And privacy. If these devices are always watching our biosignals, our emotions, who has access to that data? How do we make sure it's not used against us?
Those are the questions we need to answer. We need strong safeguards to protect individual privacy and autonomy. Users must control their own data. And this technology has to be used ethically and responsibly. We can't assume the good outweighs the bad. We have to proactively address the potential downsides from the very start.
So we need to develop like a quantum ethics to guide the development and use of this technology.
Yeah.
Principles to ensure its use for good.
Exactly. We need to be very deliberate about the values we build into this technology. Make sure it serves humanity, not the other way around. Open and honest discussions about the benefits and risks. Include everyone in the decision-making. Create a framework for responsible innovation.
And a big challenge. But it sounds like a challenge worth taking on. This tech could change what it means to be human, so we better make sure we're steering it in the right direction. Okay, we've talked benefits, risks, but I'm also wondering about the philosophical implications. If our brains really use quantum mechanics for consciousness, what does that say about free will, about reality itself?
Big questions that philosophers have been wrestling with forever. Quantum mechanics just adds another layer of complexity. If our choices, our actions, are swayed by these probabilistic quantum events, does that mean we're not really in control of our own destiny?
That's a head spinner. It challenges our entire notion of cause and effect. Determinism versus free will.
It does. And then there's consciousness. If quantum mechanics holds the key to the mind, what does that say about the relationship between the material world and our subjective experiences? Are we more than just atoms and molecules? Are we in some way entangled with the fabric of the universe itself?
Whoa, now we're getting really deep. And I don't think we're going to solve these mysteries today, but it's exhilarating to be part of this conversation, to be exploring this unknown territory.
I agree. And this is just the beginning. The deeper we delve into the quantum realm, the more surprises we'll find, the more our assumptions will be challenged, and the more our understanding of what it means to be human in this quantum universe will expand.
Well said. I think we need to take another break and let all this settle in. We'll be back in part 3 to wrap up this incredible deep dive into the quantum mind. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been exploring the mind-blowing intersection of quantum mechanics, consciousness, and the potential for AI to, develop intuition and even emotions. It's been a wild ride.
It has. We've gone deep into some pretty mind-bending concepts, from the fundamentals of quantum mechanics to the more speculative but still fascinating possibilities of quantum AI.
We talked about all the potential benefits, like revolutionizing how we solve problems, enhancing creativity, even changing how we approach healthcare and create art.
And of course, we also discussed the potential risks, things like bias creeping in, the potential for manipulation, the absolute importance of protecting privacy, and the need for a strong ethical framework to make sure we develop and use this tech responsibly.
So where do we go from here? How do we navigate this uncharted territory? How do we make sure this quantum leap is good for humanity and doesn't lead to, unintended consequences? It feels like we're standing at the edge of something vast and unknown.
We are. And it's both exciting and, a little bit scary. But I think there are a few key principles that can guide us as we move forward.
Okay, I'm all ears. What principles can help us navigate this quantum revolution responsibly?
First and foremost, transparency. The development of this technology can't happen in secret. We need to engage the public, help people understand, address their concerns, build trust, democratize the conversation, make sure everyone has a voice in shaping the future.
That makes a lot of sense. It can't just be up to scientists and engineers. What's the second principle?
Collaboration. We need physicists working with neuroscientists, engineers teaming up with ethicists, artists, and AI researchers brainstorming together. Break down the silos and bring all those diverse perspectives together.
Recognizing that the challenges and opportunities are complex. It needs a holistic approach.
Yeah.
What's the third principle?
Humility. We have to acknowledge what we don't know. We're dealing with some of the biggest mysteries in the universe. The nature of consciousness, how the human brain really works, the potential of quantum mechanics to change everything. We need to approach this with a sense of awe. Be willing to question our assumptions and be open to the unknown.
So it's about recognizing that we're in uncharted territory and embracing that mystery.
Yeah.
It's okay that we don't have all the answers. That's part of the thrill of discovery.
Exactly. That's what makes it so compelling. We're at the very beginning of a new era of scientific exploration, and this could reshape how we understand ourselves, our place in the universe, the very nature of reality itself.
It's awe-inspiring and, a little terrifying all at the same time.
It is. But it's also a privilege to be alive right now, to witness this quantum revolution unfold. And it's a revolution that we all have a role in shaping. If we embrace transparency, collaboration, and humility, we can help make sure this quantum leap benefits all of humanity.
Well said. This deep dive has been an incredible journey. We've explored the mind-bending world of quantum mechanics, gone deep into the mysteries of consciousness, and even caught a glimpse of the potential for AI to become something truly remarkable. It's left me with a sense of wonder, a thirst for more knowledge, and a real appreciation for how interconnected everything is.
Me too. And I hope our listeners feel that same sense of awe and excitement as we all continue to explore this incredible quantum realm.
We encourage you to keep exploring, keep asking questions, keep challenging assumptions, and be a part of this amazing journey of discovery. Thank you for joining us on The Deep Dive.